Hashem Nasa Nasiach, another Kollel Hasot this morning. Chav Zayin Sivan Tavshin Pe Vav Haba Alenu Letova. This morning's Kollel Hasot has been dedicated for many causes, especially for Ilui Nishmat Obadiah Abdullah ben Yosef. Ruach Hashem Tenichenu Began Eden. Okay, there is a very interesting discussion about the importance of Pat Shachar. This is brought in Sefer Harav ben Sion, in the Sefer Harav ben Sion Mutsafi Shlita or Sion. So Bezat Hashem we're going to learn. Izahel le'echol Pat Shacharit. A person needs to be careful to eat bread in the morning. ובגמרא הפליג בשבח הנזהר בה ומסלילה משמונה ושלושה מחלות. Gemara talks about it obviously, that one who has a pat shachar, bread in the morning, he will be saved from 83 illnesses. לא עלינו ולא עליכם. ויש בה י' ג' מעלות מחכימה את האדם. That there are another 13 ways that a person is benefits from it, that makes a person clever. Okay. Torah, so it makes a person clever in Limud Torah. So much so, shechaverav rasim acharav, that one's friends will run after him, obviously to learn Torah from him, and they cannot reach to his level. Right? In other words, his level is going to be so much because he had bread in the morning, he is going to become chacham. Vehi meviya et guf ha'adam lidei shalamot. Having bread in the morning makes the person's body become shalem, become complete. Okay, so Harav ben Sion Mutsafi Shlita explains. In the Gemara da Babagama, Daf Sadi Bet Amud Bet over there explains. Get up, ve'chol, and eat be'gais, mipenei chama, during summer because of the sun, or be'choref, and during winter mipenei sinam, and because of the coldness. Ve'amre in shei. שייתן להם לחום ולא מדור גבוה מזנב כרך פירוש רש"י 30 איש רסו ולא הגיעו לאכול שחרית. That the person, Rashi explains, that if a person did not get to eat shacharit, right, ותניא מחלה זו מראה ולמה נקרא סמה? מחלה ששמונה חלקים, 83 חלקים יש בה. So in other words, Rashi says, if a person doesn't get to eat bread in the morning, that's the mashmaut is, he can have certain sickness, that this certain sickness, נקרא שמה מחלה, is called מחלה, is called sickness. That 83 illnesses can come from it. And that is the gematria, numerical value of machala. Hachi havu v'kulam pat b'melach shacharit v'tikun shel mayim mevatelin. So according to Gemara in Baba Kama, if a person has bread with salt in the morning, this one sickness that can end up to be 83 sicknesses, illnesses, lo aleinu, can be prevented just by having bread pat boker. And furthermore, is brought in Masachet Baba Messiah. Ese devarim nemru bepat Shacharit, that 10 things are said about bread in the morning. V'salat menachama umin azina umin haziqin ruach, that saves a person from sun, or that's the warmness of the summer, or the coldness of the winter, and also saves the person from things that can damage a person. Ruach, Zaman Mazikin, that Umin Mazikin, that refers to all sorts of Mazikin, maybe the Ruchot, the Shindalets, spirits. And not only that, bread makes a person smart. The Zochebedin, just by having a bread, a person would have to have good judgment, right? Or they will judge in his favor. Lilmod Torah or Lamed. You have bread, you can learn Torah easier and you can teach it to others. Udevarav Nishmaim. So Gemara goes on to explain, not only that, your words will be heard. And the Torah that you learn will be fulfilled by you. Ve'en basaro ma'aleh heved v'nizdach le'ishto ve'eno mit'aveh le'isha acheret. So, and also you will be always with shalom bayit with your wife, and you will not desire other wives. Right? And also horeget kina shebene ma'im. Not sure exactly what that is. Gets rid of certain sickness, I guess. Right, in one's stomach. V'yesh omrim af musi et agina machnis et hava. Not only that, this will help a person not to have jealousy, and will actually just having bread will increase ahavat shalom and achdut and ahava between one another. So these are all the benefits. Maharal Bekedusha Agadot Maharal explains what is the segula. Right, that this is fine. That it will be that having bread will save a person from all sorts of illnesses. That is the bread in the morning, not just a regular bread in the morning. Right? Because without food, a person will not be able to live. Therefore, having bread, says Masila Oto Miyut Gimel Devarim, saves a person from 13 things. That's what the Maharal says. Ki hadavar shalom kocho yud gimel bedavar ze ramuz Torah, and this is, says the Maharal, the importance of having bread that saves a person in 13 ways and gives him strength is explained in Braitot. That saves a person from 13 beritot. It's 13 covenants. It's one who has bread would have 13 covenants. So as it is explained in Nedarim Daf Lamed Aleph Amud Bet, Ki al Yedei Hamilah Gam Kem Adam Naase Shalem. Over there also says, when a person has Brit Milah, he will become complete, just like having bread. זה תבין מהעניין הגשמי שלא יושלם רק על ידי י"ב גבולים שלם והשלמות, יש בו כוח י"ג. So it says bread has 13, Brit Milah has 12. Also look further, says Harav ben Sion Mutsafi Shlita in the Sefer Chasidim. ובאור זרוע, הלכות סעודה, ורבנו יונה בספר היראה, ראה מה שכתב עבד חדש, בשם המרדכי שפת שחרית באה מתבואה רחוקה, מהיושב ולא שמע קול תרנגול משוכני עניות. That this Pat Shacharit that we're referring to, if I understand correctly, comes from a certain tevuah that is far, this wheat or that is used is from a far place, and a person needs to have it every morning. וכן כתב הטור, also טורי זהב writes such a thing. And מגן אברהם מסיק על דברים אלה, and also is brought in תשובot חכם ספי, כי בכל פת מתקיים עניין זה, that you don't have to go after such a wheat from such a far place. Rather, this nekuda, this benefit of having bread is found in any type of grain, any type of tevuah. Okay, and then after this, Harav ben Sion Mutsafi Shlita says, but there is a time. Zeman achilat pat shacharit hu sha'ar revi'i min le'achol kol adam, that one should have the bread within the 4 hours after one wakes up. Chamishim ma'achal pa'alim, chamishit, and if a person is a worker, should be until the 5th hour. Shishit ma'achalet talmidei chachamim, and if he's a talmid chacham, he's a Torah scholar, up to 6 hours. And after that, after that, what about if a person has bread after those hours? Kezorech even chamat. So it is as if a person is throwing a stone into a well. Doesn't help much, in other words, it's waste. The ainu she'eino mo'il, it's not going to help. It's like a chavit yain, is like a barrel of wine, she'ei chasera, that is missing. Umimela, and instead of wine inside, there is stones in it. ושעות אלו הם זמניות שמחלקים את היום לי"ב חלקים ומתחילים משעה שחם משנתו. How do you calculate these hours? You take the day, you divide it to 12 hours, that give you 1 hour. So during the summer, 1 hour is longer. And then from the time that you get up, right, if you are a Talmid Chacham, you have up to 6 hours to have this bread. So Harav ben Sion Mutsafi Shlita explains further Right? What are these hours? In the Gemara, Pesachim, Yud Bet Amud Bet says, Tana Rabbanan, Sha'ar Levi Ma'achar Kol Adam, Chamishin Ma'achar Pa'adim, as we explained. All of this is explained there. Magen Avraham Kata B'Techilat Devarim. Magen Avraham writes it in Quf Nun Zayin, Sifchatan Aleph, She'ose Elu, Machshivim Otam, Ma'alot HaShachar B'Sha'ar Zamaniyot. Why these hours need to be known? Because then that is defined, that is when the Pat Shacharit is. Otherwise, it's not bread in the morning. ולכן חישבה הגמרא בפסחים הזמן מעלות השחר, Gemara explains that from the time of עלות השחר עד כל אדם יחשב משעה. Gemara explains it from עלות השחר. However, every person should make calculation from the time that he gets up. Now, the Havdil, science-wise, also they say a person should have breakfast every morning. It's the most important seudah of one's day. Now, if a person has bread after Sha'at Shishit, after the 6th hour, which is after the midday, is as if you throw a stone into the well, right? You don't have any calories. The Havdil, right? Your stomach is free. It's empty. And also is brought b'shem shela. Da'inu abayit yain shei chaser, is that chavit yain that is empty. And a little bit of bread, yain that is there, wine that is there, becomes vinegar. And if there is a little bit of yain left there, even though that doesn't become vinegar, but has no shevach, has no praise. Now, if a person has bread after these hours, obviously helps a person, but not as much. Saves the person from hunger. Perimegadim says in Eshel Avraham, Gimel, Katav Shemedivrei Rashi Shekatav ולי נראה לא גרשיה ולא יפה, משמע שאין בו תועלת כלל. According to Rashi, if a person has bread after the 6th hour, has no benefit. It wouldn't save him from 83 illnesses. וכן ביאר עבד חדש. ובכוונת דברי רש"י also בחדש explains, אז המגן אברהם ביאר, כמו שביארנו השאלה, בשביל אמונה, בכוונת רש"י שלא יועיל לפת השחרית, אך יועיל לשמור. So according to him, שלא, even though that a person, even though that it doesn't help from 83 machalot, still helps with some sort of protection. It's better than to go the whole week without, the whole day without empty stomach. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu help us that we all have bread in the morning. A person thinks, how much is kabetza, the chatchila, you need to have kabetza, 52 gram, 55 gram, different shitot, right? It's not much. Right? You can get a weight and measure it. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen.